start like that. How do you go from Killmonger to this film?
I'm gonna burn it all! Kind of fucked it up there. What up, guys? It's an Arcadium. Welcome to Reviews on Tap. Today we'll be reviewing a movie by a director called Ramin Bahrani. Fahrenheit 451. He also did 99 Homes, which was a good movie. The movie stars Michael Shannon, Michael B. Jordan, and those are the only important actors to mention in this movie. And like, their performances were pretty good, but their characters were very weak. Basically, the movie is about this world where books are getting burnt, and they're trying to create a new generation of children who literally don't know what a book is. If they find people hoarding books, they burn them and they refer to them as eels and they remove their identity. It's basically illegal to read. And from what I watched, the reasoning for that is because they're basically saying that books polarize people's thinking and it can cause chaos and fighting. So if everyone is on an equal mindset, there'll be less violence and there'll be an equal planet and an equal world. Cool, it's basically Equilibrium, like a straight to DVD version of Equilibrium. It's literally that. And funny enough, it was an HBO film, so it wasn't even in the cinemas. Michael B. Jordan plays a character called Montag, and Michael Shannon plays a character called Beatty, who is Michael B. Jordan's mentor. And you can see from the beginning that Michael B. has a certain conflict about him. Like, he's really a proud fireman. They refer to the people as firemen, and in this world, firemen actually create fires instead of put them out. And Michael B. Jordan's character, he was born in a time where they had just started this new world. So he has an idea of what used to happen back then, but he doesn't fully understand, and he fully supports the concept of burning books. But he still has questions and conflict, because there are certain scenes in the film that question why people defend books so much, because he was taught that books are bad, but his curiosity started getting the better of him because he wanted to know that why are there people who would literally die and fight for books? There has to be a reason why these people hold on to books, and he wants to know why. Biggest issue of the film is just unpacking characters. The characters were all weak. Sophia Boutella is in the film, and she's just basically a snitch, and that's about it. Michael B. Jordan has a history where they show flashbacks of his father, but they don't really unpack why. There's scenes of his father, like things that happen to his father that you feel like should be explained that don't get explained. And his father himself was a fireman, and his father was friends with Michael Shannon's character Beatty, and then basically Michael B. Jordan was following on his footsteps. But really all I could think about was equilibrium, equilibrium, equilibrium. At the beginning of this film, they were burning a famous painting. I forgot the name. They burned a famous painting, and at the beginning of Equilibrium, they were burning the Mona Lisa with the same type of weapons, just burning it. And Equilibrium is also a story about deleting information to create a new world. And in Equilibrium, they take pills that remove their emotions so that they can function without emotion. In Fahrenheit 451, they take these drops that help their mental stability and their emotions. It's basically the same movie remade, but I heard that Equilibrium was inspired by Fahrenheit 451, the book. There's a classic book which Equilibrium referenced from, so it's actually quite strange that Equilibrium made a better film referencing Fahrenheit 451, and the actual adaptation was worse than the reference. It's quite strange. Fahrenheit 451 is a remake. There was one that came out in 1966. It felt like an action movie from the trailer, and it was actually more like a drama in the film. The film itself was actually a drama. There wasn't a lot of action. I didn't like the film. I thought it was a bad movie. I thought it was just very light. You know, when you pay attention, it actually feels like a low-budget film because the scenes in the film are very minimal. You know, there's like the room, the firemen, new world, like an element of the new world, because it's like this world where, you know, in the future, for some strange reason, everyone's future's got these screens and then there's big like visuals. That's like that's the future apparently, because that's all they show. And then you can just see that they show a very minimal element of that. They show like a very small piece of that future through these screens. So it felt like they took low budget shortcuts to try to create a bigger world. But I could notice that there were very big low budget elements there weren't that many locations in that specific movie. I wouldn't put on my tab. I didn't enjoy it, but yeah, after you watch Fahrenheit 451, go and watch Equilibrium, and then you'll kind of understand the relationship between the two. But yeah, I didn't enjoy it personally. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, I remember I had a call to action about getting reviewers, and there are going to be new reviewers. For now, I won't be taking in any more, and so if I've responded to you, I'm interested in you becoming a reviewer. And yeah, So that's all I'll be taking. It's actually, I didn't expect to get such a big response, but I'll have more of those moments where I'll look for new reviewers. So yeah, thanks guys, peace.